Hello, I'm doing a book or series of books review, and it's fantasy books in the land of Xanth, Xanth. The series of books are written by Piers Anthony. The first book in the series is called A Spell for Chameleon, and it continues on for still more books come out. There, these books these books is sometimes funny, sometimes graphic a bit, and sometimes it's get tense. Like like wars and fighting and all that. And the but there's also in this that Paris Anthony took takes out of the land of death looks like the state of Florida. It's an alternate world to Earth. And a lot of things that he borrowed from to make characters are from our mythology, our legends, you name it. You have skeletons, gargoyles, dragons, centaurs, harpies, and everything you could name of. They also created different type of characters, like an antlion. This is a different type of antlion. It's a play on words, you could say. It's a pun. It's a lion's head on the body of an ant. There are other things like that, making puns on, like like a sparrowhawk, a sparrow's head on the body of a hawk, or or zebrafish, a head of a fish on the body of a zebra, or vice versa, or porcupine fish. You get the guys of what I'm talking about. There's always humor. The one that book called "The Color of Her Panties." There is a censor that kids can't see the panties of a female. So that is different. And in the land of Xanth, you do the calling of the stork. The stork brings the babies to expectant parents. And once you go through the books, they do different books in the series have different characters, not the same characters over and over again. The, each new characters that they meet, they wound up having their own adventure. And one of the family family of of main character from the first book, Beak, a chameleon. Beak's magical powers, the ability is nullify the effects of the magic powers around him. Chameleon, her ability is that she could turn into a pretty woman and then she could turn into an ugly woman. And that's a magical power she has. You also have nightmares. Yes, there are horses that bring nightmares. And there's daymares, like for the daydreams. And you have Gollum and or it's Grundy Gollum and things like that. It's it's they have he has interesting characters in these books that are interesting to read. Um, things with these books is that there's always danger. There's always some type of romance. There is usually comedy and also dramedy too. Like reverse time and things like that. And once you get through these books, you don't want to put them down because you want to read more and more and more. It's how exciting these books get, fantasy genres that he writes. And it's pretty good. There's been talks of trying to make these the land of Xanth into a TV show. You could have a lot of characters and you wouldn't be able to get bored of the same characters over and over again. And these books are worth to read. If you like, you can find some of these up in a local library, or you could look at the local bookstore or Amazon.com. They have them. They're worth they are worth their time to read. And with that said, I'll let you go and find these books. I hope you enjoyed these by Piers Anthony. He's pretty good in the fantasy world. He also writes some science fiction. And under a pseudonym name. He also did this book that was made into one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies back in the 80s. If I remember right, it was Total Recall or The Running Man. It's probably The Running Man. It's pretty good. So if you want to, go ahead and pick these books up. They're fun to read. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.